Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, November the 10th, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the state of Tennessee has released a report on drug use in the state over the last 20 years. We'll speak with the keynote speaker for Tullahoma's Veterans Day observance. The Southern Tennessee Women's Club Holiday Market is coming up this weekend. And the Shelbyville Golden Eagles lost to Hendersonville last Friday night, eliminating them from the high school playoffs this season. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle, Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac is worth the short drive for savings that can't be beat. Take home this 2015 Chevy Equinox, 0 down, just $299 a month. Or how about this 2015 Chevy Silverado Double Cab, 0 down, just $369 a month. And as always, we will match or beat any dealer's price. So come check us out or visit us online at stanmcnabb.com. But please don't forget, when it comes to the best deals, if anyone can, Stan can.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services has identified generational preferences in drug use statewide over the past 20 years. While data shows many middle-aged Tennesseans prefer alcohol and marijuana as the primary high of choice, among those in their 20s and 30s, prescription pain medicine continues to be the state's reigning drug of choice across most age groups. Based on a review of 2 decades worth of state-funded substance abuse treatment admission data collected from 1992 to 2012, research confirms the troubling trend of prescription drug abuse across middle-age groups. Research concludes Tennesseans are increasing their consumption of prescription pain medicine, whether they're in their 50s, 30s, 20s, or teens. E. Douglas Varney, Commissioner of the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, said, quote, "Prescription drug use increased among all the age groups we looked at and jumped significantly among those in their 20s and 30s. It's especially concerning to see the data on Tennesseans in their 50s and older who for years were primarily abusing alcohol getting hooked on prescription opioids."
Admissions among 12 to 14-year-olds in 2001 showed heavy use of marijuana. As they moved into their 20s, they maintained their use of marijuana, increased their abuse of prescription drugs, and reduced their use of alcohol and cocaine. Admissions among those in their early to mid-30s today, who in their late teens were primarily seeking treatment for abusing alcohol and marijuana, are now primarily listing prescription pain medicine as their drug of choice and reducing their use of alcohol, cocaine, and marijuana. In 1992, Tennesseans who were in their mid-30s primarily sought treatment for an addiction to alcohol. Now in their mid-50s, alcohol continues to be the most frequently listed substance of abuse for these Tennesseans. This age group has increased their prescription drug use and decreased the use of alcohol and cocaine.
Tullahoma's ceremony to honor veterans is set for tomorrow at South Jackson Civic Center. John Gray spoke with Colonel Beverly Lee, who is the keynote speaker for that event.
Introducing Colonel Beverly Lee, who will be our keynote speaker for the Veterans Day ceremony on November 11th. And she is just fantastic and glad to be back in Tullahoma. And I'm going to let her talk a little bit about her experiences and what it means to be back in Tullahoma and be at Veterans Day.
And Beverly, for you folks out there, is a graduate of Tullahoma High School.
Yes.
And raised here
Yes.
And we're just so glad to have you back and glad that you're going to be speaking at this event. Give us a little bit of your history and tell us where you've been since you left Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Well, after graduating from the high school, I went to Motlow for 2 years, so I'm actually a graduate of Motlow also. And then while I was at Motlow, I wanted to serve my country. I had actually gone to UTSI to a lot of their different events where they would have astronauts come and speak, just like we had Barry Wilmore come not too long ago. And so I would go listen to them speak, and so I decided I wanted to become an astronaut. And therefore, when I went to Memphis, I decided I wanted to go into the ROTC program. It's kind of interesting because you had to go through a little interview process, and so in my interview, I can remember all these colonels and captains sitting at the table, and they asked me, they said, well, what is your ultimate goal? What would you like to do in the Air Force? And I looked at them and I said, well, I want to be the Secretary of the Air Force. And they kind of smiled and, oh, that's great. So, have high goals, astronaut, Secretary of the Air Force, didn't quite make all that, but had a great career. But what's funny about it is that in order to be the Secretary of the Air Force, you're a civilian, you're not in the military. I didn't know that. So it's really rather interesting. But after graduating from Memphis, I went to intelligence school and I became an intelligence officer for about 4.5 years, and then I joined the reserves for 25 years and was a public affairs officer. So I helped tell the stories of our men and women and our equipment and our weapon systems and what we do in the Air Force.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Now, when you were in Memphis, just how many young ladies like you were involved in the ROTC program?
Well, actually, at Memphis, I was the first woman in the ROTC program. The Air Force ROTC is what they had, and so I was kind of broke that glass ceiling.
You broke the ice, huh?
When I graduated the very next year, the Air Force Academy opened up to women, so people could go to the Air Force Academy or any of the military academies at that time, and there's been a lot of other.
With this event coming up, what's your not necessarily your message going to be, but what direction will you take in your speech that day?
Well, first of all, I'm extremely humbled to be asked to come and speak on behalf of veterans, because when you look at Veterans Day, the 11th hour of the 11th month, the 11th day of the 11th month, in commemoration of World War I and the armistice of the World War I. And you think of all the countries that were involved in World War I and the devastation and the terrible fighting, and the fact that Woodrow Wilson decided that that day would be to honor our veterans and people who fought for our country. I'm extremely humbled to be able to be there and tell you some really interesting stories, not only about some of the folks that I've met, but other veterans throughout our history. So what I plan on doing is telling you a few stories at the event that mean a lot to me, and I hope that the other veterans in the audience can certainly relate to them and understand that their service is desperately needed. It is honored, and we hope to have a wonderful event that day. So thank you for asking me to be there.
Well, we're so proud you're going to be there for that. And let's that's 11:11, and the time is
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
South Jackson Civic Center. We want to invite the public to come out.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up right after these messages.
The wait is finally over. The 2015 50th anniversary Ford Mustang is finally here. This is one awesome vehicle. Let me give you a few stats on this V8 Mustang. 435 horsepower, independent rear suspension, 25 miles per gallon, and this is the one you've been waiting for. 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. Don't blink an eye or you'll miss it. Come by Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester and check it out. The 2015 Mustang, the all-new redesign, will leave you speechless.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The Southern Tennessee Women's Club is having their annual holiday market this week. Newsleader's Peggy Burton spoke to two of the group's members about the event.
I have some Southern ladies here with me today, Cindy Rayburn and Dana Diana. I'm having the hardest time getting that right. Diana Gilbert, and you all are ladies in Winchester, and you're having this wonderful holiday market.
We are. Not only is there Christmas, but we all have a little bit of fall items too. This is for our scholarship program.
And that's a wonderful thing. I think it's a good idea to tell the people sort of what happens to the money that comes in from the market.
A little bit about our organization. We established in 2009, and we have members from Coffee, Franklin, Grundy, Lincoln, and Moore counties. We have over 200 members.
Oh, really? That's wonderful.
It is. Over the last 6 years, we have awarded over $120,000 in scholarships to 43 students.
That's amazing. And how do they apply for a scholarship from this organization?
What happens is they can go to their guidance counselor's office starting November the 1st and pick up an application.
Oh, I see.
And from there it goes on to, after they collect all the applications, they will judge it by a point system. They will look at their essays that they do have to write, and then we'll do an interview then also.
And so is it based on need, or is it based on their academic
need, school attendance? It's a little bit based on everything, how many's in their family, siblings, things like
wonderful.
That. But so all this money goes to our scholarship foundation, and it is held on November the 13th and the 14th. It's
where
Friday
is
and
that?
Saturday. It's a Franklin County Annex, the old high school in
The
Winchester
old
on
high
Dinah
school,
Shore.
everybody ought to know that. It's on the new highway going into Winchester, just on the right, and easy to find.
It is. And actually it's right next to the new farmers market now, so that's another identification.
Good thing
yes,
to
look for the Farmers County,
Stay healthy and go to the holiday market and buy things.
That's right, and do your shopping early. We have over 40 vendors. It's a lot of things are handmade. We got the best shortbread cookies coming in from all over southern Tennessee.
That sounds good.
They were there last year and they did very well. Of course, they give out free samples too, and that's pretty good.
I know, that's always good.
Yes.
Donna, tell me a little bit about the jewelry. Do you know who makes that?
One of our members puts these together.
I think that it's beautiful, and the process, how does that work?
Well, it's all these little snap-on things. They just snap right off. Yeah, if I can get one off.
So you can buy different little pieces and change the color and not have so much stuff.
That's right, and you can change them to fit your holidays. And
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And so anyway, obviously
Very
those are going to
popular.
be displayed.
Yes.
And if you'll notice, we have the phone number up there and a website. I'm interested in this. I mean, here we sit. It's battery, right?
It is battery.
That's
yes.
really cute.
Yep.
How neat that will look under the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Is there something inside? Or is it
No,
just a decorative box?
It's a decorative box, and we have a couple ladies in the club that do a lot of our arts and crafts for us, and they put these things together, and I tell you, they are very talented.
And this humongous piece, I have no idea what these pieces will cost, but obviously it's all going to a good cause.
It is. Everything that the Southern Tennessee ladies in their booth, because we will have a booth, and then we have baked goods and things like that, will all go towards the Scholarship Foundation.
So are the people that bring these pieces, do they donate these pieces?
Yes.
And so it's all for the fundraiser.
It's all donated.
This is really thing, and I don't know if you can see this one. I love this. It's very Thanksgiving-ish.
It is.
Yeah.
A little fall, yeah. You've got all your little gourds and things in there.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Yeah.
Well, Cindy, Dinah, thanks for coming.
Thank you
and
Thanks for having us.
caring about students and their futures. It's a beautiful job you do.
We'll be right back right after these messages.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do,
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Hi, I'm John Greenwood. Let me tell you a few of the ways our parts and service team is committed to keeping your vehicle in top condition. Factory trained, certified technicians and ASE certified who can service all makes and models. Everyday low price oil change of $29.95 with a free 16-point vehicle inspection for your convenience. Schedule your next service appointment at StanMcNabb.com. We'll get you in and out, back on the road with peace of mind. Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1200 East Carroll, right here in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Ladies Auxiliary volunteers are conducting an interesting fundraiser this weekend. Jim spoke with them last week to find out more.
Pleased to have joining us on the set now, Gay Fletcher and Brenda Richardson, who are with the Coffee County Auxiliary, I believe. First of all, tell me what the Coffee County Auxiliary does.
It's a group of ladies, and we all volunteer, and we do beauty shop every week at the nursing home, the old nursing home, and then we also do nails and bingo, and we also work at the hospital 1 day a week as a volunteer to take people wherever department they're going to.
Oh, okay. All right. So it keeps you off the streets and out of trouble, I would imagine.
You're
Is that correct?
on that.
Okay. Plus, I can imagine that would be something, doing the ladies' hair, for instance, is pretty important to those folks. And
Oh, listen, we get more blessings than they do.
yeah.
We really do, and we really have a good time doing it.
Yeah. So were you guys trained in doing that at some time, or is this something you just sort of learned how
No,
to do?
sir, I don't have a clue how to do hair.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
No, we just volunteer and just pick it up as we go.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And just love those people. You can learn so much from those older people.
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. Well, it sounds like you guys are doing something that's quite worthwhile to our community. And I think you've got, I guess this is a fundraiser for your organization. Is that correct?
It is. It is our fundraiser for our scholarship fund. And to help with our cost of supplies for the beauty shop. We do this once a year. It's a huge jewelry sale, and it's going to be November the 12th from 7 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, and Friday, November the 13th from 7 to 2:30.
Okay.
And it's open to the public. We do offer a variety of inventory there. They have scarves, they have tons of jewelry, they have gadgets of all sorts, flashlights, socks.
Stuff for men and women and children.
Yes,
yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And where is this? Where are you having it? Where's the venue?
It's Coffee County Administrative Plaza, which is coming from Tullahoma into Manchester. It'd be right past the high school. And then if you're coming from Manchester to Tullahoma, it'd be right before the high school.
Yeah, okay.
It's where you get your driver's license in that plaza and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Tags and stuff.
Right.
And like most items, it's only $6. So this makes a wonderful, wonderful gift for Christmas, birthdays, whatever you need it for.
Yes.
Okay. And so it's all day, both of those days that you just mentioned?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you guys actually work that, or you?
We do help with it. We're there, and we try to be very visible. We try to help people if they need help in shopping or carry their items, whatever they need.
Yeah.
We try to be there to do that.
Okay. You could carry their items for them.
That's right.
You guys are just so helpful. I've got to tell you. For goodness sakes. And I would assume this may be your primary fundraiser for the year.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys funded in part by the county or?
No, sir. We're a non-profit organization.
Okay.
We sure are.
Okay.
So we need all the help we can get. We need everybody to come out.
I started to say that it's pretty important that you raise some money doing this if you're funding yourself.
Absolutely.
So once again, this is going to be coming up
November the 12th from 7 o'clock in the morning to 5, and then Friday, November the 13th, it'll be from 7 o'clock to 2:30.
Oh, okay.
So everybody come out and help us.
All right. So if you have an opportunity, please make plans to attend that. It's a great cause to help these ladies out who are doing some really wonderful things in our community.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you, ladies, for coming by today. We appreciate it very much, and we wish you lots of luck in this endeavor.
We appreciate your help.
All right. We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. The Shelbyville Golden Eagles season ended last Friday night in Hendersonville as they lost in the first round of the Tennessee High School playoffs. Jim spoke on Saturday morning with head coach Jason Hardy about his team's performance in the game.
Coach Hardy, it didn't quite turn out last night like we would have liked it to.
No, it was a well-played game. Had two good football teams. Of course, Hendersonville, the number 2 team in the state, and 9-1, and they have that record for a reason. They're a very quality football team, well coached. Was very impressed about how hard they played as a team, and across the board, special teams, defensively and offensively, I thought they really played hard, and that's a level that I strive as a coach. I want to get my kids to play that hard, and I thought our kids played hard as well. Probably came down to a lot of opportunities, and in the playoffs, you can't miss opportunities in the playoffs. So our kids fought hard and battled, and we kept it right there at that 14-point game pretty much all night long. We just never could get over that hump to get it to the 1 score. And to Hendersonville's credit, they did what they did best, and they finished the game by running the football. We did well what we thought we was going to do coming in, and it was passing the ball. But their game plan was to make us throw it and not get beat by Michael in the rushing game, and they did a good job of that. But
they pretty much shut down the rushing game, didn't they?
Yeah, we probably rushed for maybe our season low, and part of that was them, and then part of it was in the second half we probably threw a little bit more than we would have liked. But that's aspect of being down. But a great game plan by them, and I thought our kids played hard and never gave up and gave ourselves chances to win. As you'll see, we have some opportunities. We just didn't come through with them. And when you get to this level playing against good competition, if you don't take advantage of what's in front of you, then it's going to probably end your season.
You had a pretty good defensive stand there at the end of the first half, I think, and which you were only down 2 scores going into the half. You probably felt pretty good about that, actually, did you not?
We did. I think that was kind of the vibe of the night. Our kids, I don't know that our kids ever felt like that we were in the game, and there was 3 or 4 times on the sideline when I had to remind them, look, guys, we're in this game, even in the second half. But you mentioned right before halftime, we have a great goal line stand. It's 14-0 at half. We've moved the ball against them. We just didn't finish. We only gave up 1 defensive touchdown in the first half. The other one was a turnover, a fumble recovery that they took back for a touchdown. So, if you looked at it at halftime, it's what we told the kids, they had 1 offensive touchdown. Offensively, we had done some things and we missed some opportunities. It was just more about coming out in the second half and playing better. So it's just kind of a weird night, though, with the kids and everything, and just kind of always felt like we were down further than what the scoreboard said, and we just never could overcome that.
You had some difficulty with getting the game started as there was a power outage. How do you think that might have affected your team, because you were delayed, an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's, the breaker blew, or the line caught on fire, actually, and lights went out, and so, anytime you're on the road, it's tough, and we've been really good on the road, and we have a certain routine that we do. The biggest problem was we had to set into a little locker room there, and you're sitting with 60 kids in a little small locker room, telling them to sit down for an hour and a half because they wouldn't let you on the field. Then when we do come out, we have to warm up pretty much in the dark. And I thought it was a disadvantage for us more so than Hendersonville. Hendersonville was more of a running team, but we need to be crisp in our warm-ups and a passing. And it was really tough on our kids, and they handled it well, but it was different And of course, we got the ball first, and I thought it really showed on our first drive. Now after that, I can't blame it on anything, but I thought our first drive probably was affected a little bit. But you know, those things happen, and wasn't anybody's fault. But
don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Police Chief Paul Blackwell, who will tell us about who to call for non-life-threatening emergencies in Tullahoma. Diane Bryant from the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce will come on and tell us about the Sip and Shop event coming to Tullahoma. And we'll also learn about who you can talk to if you have Medicare supplement questions or if you're shopping for insurance on the healthcare market. All that and more on this week's Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
The Kia Summers on Us sales event is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Let me tell you about this event. Purchase a new Kia Sedona, Kia Optima, Kia Forte, and receive 0% financing up to 66 months and your first 3 payments for free. For a limited time only, no strings attached. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. The Kia Summers on Us sales event going on right now. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
The animal shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar, so come on. Bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2002 at 78 degrees. The record low was in 1933 at 19 degrees. Average high on this day is 61 and the average low is 39. Tonight, look for clear weather with a low of around 40. Sunny weather in your forecast for Wednesday for most of the day with a high of 69 and a low of 57. Partly cloudy weather expected on Thursday with a high of 61 and a low of 38. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.